Marilyn Monroe.
Stop, Lady Beacon won't know you're teasing.
And this is the point where it suddenly becomes frightening. Marilyn Monroe wasn't simply a visage on the movie screen, but rather an icon who bore with great skill the torch of Hollywood's brightest and its darkest side. The year 1962 marked the time when the world was referring to her as the ultimate blonde bombshell. The lady, and some like it, hot and gentlemen prefer blondes, who, by her charm and humor, could make a room lively. However, underneath all the splendor was a very raw and delicate side that few ever experienced. Her last words can be interpreted as being very simple and almost like a plea, inviting the people around her to say their goodbyes. Reportedly, her last whisper was, "Goodbye, goodbye, my dear." Just think about it. She was adored by the world. Cameras were always on, but at her death, what she wanted was nothing more than a soft goodbye from those who really knew her. It's difficult to visualize, isn't it? That delicate human voice drowned under piles of fame. The news of her death was unbelievable. A barbiturate overdose was the reason for her death in 1962, which resulted in fans all over the world being stunned and mourning someone whom they had only a partial view of. But Monroe's saga wasn't merely a tragedy. It was a saga of a person who epitomized both the highs and lows of fame, the lights, the parties, the applause, and the solitude behind the curtain. Even after so many years, the image of the actress still finds its way to different places, but it would be the fragility in that last utterance that would haunt you. A reminder that no matter how legendary someone is, they still possess the common attribute of humanity. And this is precisely why her tale continues to captivate us across generations. Matthew Perry.
We haven't been on a second date. She needs to hear me pee.
Why don't you just call her?
I can't call her.
Matthew Perry, the man who played Chandler Bing on Friends and made millions laugh, was not just a TV star. The off-screen life subject of addiction, personal problems, and loneliness, which were much stronger than any joke's impact, he would come and would still open his heart through it all. His final remarks? An urge to assist others. Consider for a moment. A man who lived under continual public attention, who made millions giggle, was still pondering others in his last minutes. It is really humble. In 2023, the world was taken by surprise with Perry's sudden death due to an accidental drowning. His openness and humor were still the characteristics that shone through his struggles. The character of Chandler Bing in reruns will not only remind viewers of Matthew Perry, but will also be recognized for leaving a greater impact. He pointed out that those who entertain the world the most might also be hiding the deepest pains, yet can still be the source of love and light. It is a huge message coming with the last wish. Sharon Tate.
I'll accept the charges. Hello, Mother? How are you? She looks lovely. She's coming to California.
Sharon Tate was Hollywood's rising star in the swinging 1960s. Known for her beauty and charm in Valley of the Dolls, she had the kind of presence that made people stop and notice. Her future seemed limitless. And then, in one of Hollywood's most shocking tragedies, her life was cut brutally short at just 26. In her final moments, she reportedly called out for her mother, whispering, "Hello, Mother. How are you?" That image sticks. A young woman, full of life and promise, was trying to find comfort in a soothing voice when chaos was around her. Her death in 1969 was not only a personal loss, but also a sign that an entire generation had been caught in the crossfire of a violent era and lost its innocence. The legacy of Sharon Tate is not determined by the manner of her death, but rather the aura she exuded while alive. Even in the shortest of careers, her talent, charm, and warmth left a mark that is still remembered by Hollywood and the world today. It is spooky, yet it is also unforgettable. And here's one that punches right in the guts. The individual who made the world laugh the hardest almost always had his own unvoiced struggle. Robin Williams.
I have a cold. Just a bit of a cold.
Robin Williams was a force of nature, not only an actress or a comedian. From Dead Poets Society's subdued depth to Mrs. Doubtfire's frantic energy, he gave everything on screen, leaving viewers speechless with laughter and surprise. However, behind that contagious comedy was a man fighting great, covert conflicts. His last moments were marked by subdued, straightforward words. "Good night, my love. Picture this." A man who could illuminate millions with impressions and comedy, saying those delicate terms for the people he truly loved. Realizing someone so full of happiness could feel such agony breaks one's heart. It reminds us laughter can hide so much more than we see. The world was stunned by Williams' death by suicide in 2014. Still, his legacy is not only the films or the humor, it is the compassion, the joy, and the bravery to keep giving even when life became terribly difficult. His brilliance still shines across everyone he came in touch with. Chadwick Boseman. For all time, King T'Challa in Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman turned out to be not merely a fictional character on the screen, but also a genuine life hero. Very few knew that he had been silently battling colon cancer for several years, yet he continued to act, giving memorable performances in films like Marshall and 42. That level of dedication is almost inexpressible. Even though his last words were not made public, the essence of his existence spoke volumes. He went into very demanding roles that inspired countless people, never letting his illness define him in public, even though he was suffering excruciating pain. Though Boseman passed away in 2020 at the young age of 43, the strength, optimism, and beauty he left behind have become even more powerful now. Chadwick did not just leave a hero. It is a matter of grace, endurance, and quiet courage. He demonstrated for the world what it really means to keep shining, to keep fighting, and to leave hope for all who look up to you. Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger's name still has influence in Hollywood, not just for his work on screen, but also for how passionately he pursued his trade. From Brokeback Mountain to his iconic portrayal of the Joker in The Dark Knight, every performance was layered, dynamic, and unforgettable. He spoke privately and concisely about a few typical items before bed. Still, his calm end is quite at odds with the vigor he devoted to his job. Ledger's unexpected death from an inadvertent overdose at barely 28 in 2008 shocked the whole globe. It brought to mind how vulnerability often accompanies brilliance. Heath's limited life produced a legacy that still motivates actors and audiences alike. His devotion, inventiveness, and distinctive energy confirmed his position as among Hollywood's most legendary performers. And here's one with her trademark humor, even in the end, Carrie Fisher.
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
You're who?
I'm here to rescue you. I've got your R2 unit. I'm here with Ben Kenobi.
Ben Kenobi, where is he?
Come on.
Princess Leia, a symbol of strength and intelligence in Star Wars. Carrie Fisher will always be remembered. Off-screen, though, she was equally brave, a champion of mental health and a keen, sincere author who spoke truth to power. Her last remarks perfectly captured that spirit. "I'll see you all in the lobby bar." Humorous, irreverent, totally Carrie. Cardiac arrest claimed Fisher's life in 2016, shocking friends and followers. Still, those words reveal the bravery and comedy that distinguished her life, thereby reminding us she was always herself right to the very end. Her legacy extends beyond Leia. It is her intelligence, toughness, and readiness to openly face the most difficult challenges life presents. For the next generations, Carrie Fisher continues to be a humorous, truthful, and strong light. Grace Kelly.
Stopped Mother that tried to steal her jewelry before. So when I read about the, you in the paper, just a small item, but I picked it up. I was sure Mother would catch your eye.
Grace Kelly was the embodiment of the Hollywood queen, literally speaking. Apart from being a winner of an Academy Award for her role in the film The Country Girl and a star in such films as Rear Window and To Catch a Thief, she won the hearts of people everywhere with her beauty, grace, and poise. And then she was the real queen, the Princess of Monaco, leading a life that was both glamorous and public. Her last words are said to have been during a car crash. "I can't stop." A hair-raising, sudden moment that snatched her away in 1982 at the tender age of 52. It was that combination of class and misfortune that has made her story so unforgettable. Grace Kelly is remembered not only as a great actress, but also as a person with the character traits that society always admired: beauty, talent, and grace. She was a person who showed everyone that it was possible to live with dignity and make a strong impression at the same time, even when life was unleashing sudden and heartbreaking blows. Marlon Brando.
You'd come to me in friendship, and the scum that ruined your daughter would be suffering this very day. And if by chance an honest man like yourself should make enemies, then he would become mine.
Marlon Brando was a legendary icon who completely revolutionized the trade, not only as an actor, From The Godfather to A Streetcar Named Desire, he created a new standard that characterized a very fresh level of acting defined by great naturalism and deep psychological insight, which at last changed Hollywood and the whole world of movies eternally. Through his depiction, the viewers might very clearly experience all the sentiments, problems, and successes. During his last breath, Brando uttered very soft, almost humble words. "I'm going away now." Quite simple, but at the same time, very deep. His passing in 2004 due to respiratory failure was a turning point when this epoch came to an end. A personality who could conquer a huge screen just with one look left behind a trail of innovation, zeal, and superior skill. Every performer who came after him is obliged to the landmark he set. Although he passed away long ago, the thought of Brando still living among actors reminds us that the art of acting is not just a performer's craft. It is a reflection of the human condition, unpolished and unforgettable. And finally, a tale of glamour and tragedy that continues to attract interest. From Marilyn Monroe to Chadwick Boseman, these tragic final words remind us that behind every iconic performance lies a deeply human story. Their deaths shock the world, but their legacies of talent, courage, and vulnerability continue to inspire and move us decades later. So, what's your take? Drop it in the comments, and if you enjoyed this, hit like and subscribe. I've got way more coming your way.